I was gonna be a star. Try to always show 'em all the shit that I'm on. Look in my eyes, never see what I saw. I know things change when you watch it. Now you watch it. Now you watch it. I know things change when you watch it. Now you watch it. Now you watch it.
So, what's up, everybody? It is 7 o'clock, so you already know it is time for the Random Talking Indie Music Show. I'm your host, 759, alongside my co host, Minx Couture, Minx Contour, Minx Cooter. Call her whatever you want to call her. Just don't call her a copycat. Do you dig? Tonight is Wish Fails Friday. And so I hope you guys, if you're not on the audio feed, you can follow me on D Live, Twitch, Periscope, and also on YouTube. All of my social media handles are on the left side of your screen there. Please feel free to follow me on all of those. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's been picking up a little steam, since I've been doing my live stream thing here. And, let's keep it rolling. Before I get started with the show, I'd like you all to take advantage of a free opportunity to get your music added to our Station Head playlist. I have one up on Spotify right now. It's free to do. All you got to do is go on Spotify and add Station Head playlist. It has my name right there up under it, so you know it's me. You can add your songs on there, or if you still prefer to, you can send me a link and I can add it on there and just do it the old-fashioned way. Also, on top of that playlist, we also got the Gas or Trash playlist up. That's by Minx Couture. She's got all types of genres. She's got R&B, rap, rock, a little bit of everything. So find your flavor, add your music, get some coins. You know, how hard is that? Also, today is the premiere of my homegirl's brand new song called Vibes. I need y'all to go peep that as well on Spotify. I'm telling you, this girl's getting monetized left and right. So y'all need to go and support. You need to go and support. That's what I'm talking about. It's called Vibes. Written, produced, engineered, mixed, spit on, hawked on, stepped on, punched on, beat on by the one and only Minx Couture. And also Friday nights, I'm gonna give you the introduction. Friday nights at 10 o'clock. Friday nights at 10 o'clock. It's the Minx Show podcast on minxradio.com. She drops her jewels. She gives you rants similar to what we do here. But tonight we're gonna keep it silly. I wanna give y'all a little preface. I'm coming down with a little something. So if you hear a bunch of sniffing, no, I'm not on cocaine. I just got.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, it's that time. I rarely get sick anyway, so I get sick maybe once or twice every few years. So this must be one of those few years.
And those people that never really get sick, when they get sick, it hits them
I
like.
feel like death warmed over. When
Right.
it's like full, full mode. Like I'm in the bed. I don't want to be touched. I don't want to be spoken to. Don't look at me. So I got my water here. I got my tissue here because I got a little bit of the drips as well. So I apologize to all of my viewers. But y'all know how it is. You grown. We grown. Like I said, tonight is Wish Fails Friday. But instead of Wish Fails, I wanna rename the I wanna rename the title What the Heck Wish. Because these are not exactly fails, but they make you go, what would possess anybody to buy this, So they're not exactly
Right.
fails. It just makes you go, what the hell? Literally. But before we get into all of that, we got topics and of course we got music, but Minx, what's been going on?
Well, I have a little minor rant.
Oh, we
I
got a
think I'm gonna be starting the show with a rant and leaving the show with a rant.
ooh double rant Fridays. I love it. Well, let's
No, let me say something.
go ahead.
I've been trolling the Station Head streets, the streets
The
of Station
streets.
Head.
What y'all up to tonight?
And well, first of all, I respect everybody's creativity and what people deem funny and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I was a little bit pissed off earlier this morning. Peeked into you know I peeked into something that was live, a live morning show,
Uh huh.
and I was a little bit pissed off because of a comment that was made about my looks. And,
Ooh.
first of all, I don't give a fuck if y'all don't like how I look. I don't give a fuck
Oh
because y'all
Jesus.
ain't fucking me. Y'all ain't.
She put the extra in there. Oh
I
my
had
God.
to because I was about to spit on these mofos.
Oh God.
Um, but then, you know, I just think this whole thing. When I don't mind sharing my social media with you mofos. I really don't mind.
All right.
Um, but when you go to someone's page, you first of all you're already assuming, they were like, is she Blackanese? Is she Japanese?
Oh,
Is
we
she
back on this
whatever?
again.
Yeah, this was this morning,
Get
and
the hell out of
then
here.
when I said no, I'm actually I'm black, and they're like, what? Let me see you. So let me see your Instagram. So of course I got to edify the fact that I'm fucking black again, and
For like the
then
18th million time in life.
yeah, and then it went from that to, oh, she got a white boy. She got a white boy.
Oh my gosh.
To
Gino is not
furthermore,
white.
I look at it this way. Everything is in shits and giggles. You know what I'm saying?
You're
There
right.
was 3 times that it was mentioned, oh, apparently I have a dick sucking lips.
Ooh.
And, you know, I'm keeping it real. I'm going to keep it real. So they were asking, me from the chat, they were like, oh, do you, and I said 3 times, I said, look, I don't like to discuss my sex life. If I'm going to talk about my sex life, it's going to be with my husband, right?
All right.
They said it again, third time. Like third time they brought it up. I was like, you know what? Now I got to come into the chat to regulate you mofos. And they're
Right.
lucky my phone died. They're lucky my phone died. But I'll say this, every bitch on these apps doesn't like to show and tell. And this is what fellas need to understand, because a lot of us, there are still women out here that believe in their integrity and they believe in having some shit private.
Yeah, modesty is
I
key.
exactly. So, this whole, you tell, this is a radio station app. Okay. So for for the people that seem to think that you can come on and you can just talk about whatever the fuck you want somebody to talk about, that's not how that goes.
Right.
You see, the shoe is on. you know how would I feel, my man was talking about his coochie eating skills on a
Yikes.
platform like this? You know what I'm saying? It's
Yikes.
all out of respect. If a woman does not want to indulge about twerking, her sex life, her titty size, her coochie depth, it's none of your beeswax. You know what I'm saying? That's why
Get
some of
out of
us are
here.
taken. Some of us are taken. Some of us are in happily, we're in happy relationships. We're excited about our lives.
Right.
We just don't need to get in depth about that. Like I give y'all enough
Wow.
of my personal life. I give y'all enough of my
That
personal life, and me not getting
that's
in
crazy.
into conversations about my sexual life. Honey, if I want to do that, it'll be a podcast. Okay? Not your show. So I just think it was very cringy. You know what I mean? Like I try to be nice. I try to like support other platforms and shit.
Right.
But y'all need to really calm down with that, because it does make some people uncomfortable to have to indulge in that way. And then you want to come out and make people sound like they're whack and, oh, she probably whack in bed. You would never have the fucking honor to test that out.
Wow.
So I was a little bit pissed off
Yeah,
about that,
yeah, y'all wildin'. Yeah, we're supposed to be here, supporting each other and bigging each other up and tuning into each other's shows and whatnot. But y'all doing the absolute most
Yeah, that was. I mean, I'm like, if that's your click,
and highly
y'all got to click.
disrespectful. Cause like, say if somebody was saying that to your girlfriend, you know what I mean, or to your wife,
Yeah,
or
yeah. I
that's
mean, the way I look at
disrespectful.
it is that if that's your clique and that's how y'all fucking talk to each other, that's how y'all get down.
Right.
I get that. You know, every clique is different. Some people like that type of joking and shit.
Right.
But when you have people that are just tuning in to your platform, you know, we don't know nothing about you. We don't know what you like to do. And we're just trying to get to know you, you know, in a networking way. The first thing you don't do is come at a bitch talking about, oh, look at her. Oh, she got some dick sucking. That's not what you
Yeah,
do.
that's not what that's for.
So this is why y'all are sitting in these apps, fucking dropping Spotify diss tracks and shit on each other. You know, trying.
Oh, oh,
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
okay.
this is why this is happening. This is why so many amazing apps like this get destroyed because of what I hate to use this term, but you know, you got Black Twitter, you got Black TikTok, you got Black Vine. You know, it's just why does it always seem like when it's a group of Black people that get involved with these opportunities to be influencers, y'all want to influence the ghetto shit.
And be
You know what I'm
disrespect,
saying?
man. Look,
I
I'm
don't
just
get
glad
down like
I
that.
wasn't. I'm glad I didn't see it. I'm glad I didn't hear it because that right there is just like that's in the way. That's not how you do things. And furthermore, I feel like platforms that start off, very community ish, and then you turn around, take that left turn. Yeah, this is free. Yeah, you got free speech. You say whatever you want to say, and that's fine. But there are boundaries. There are just certain things you don't do. There's certain things you don't say. You know what I mean? Because what is that? What is that giving your listeners? If you're willing to
Yeah,
talk
like
about that,
I was I
if you're willing to talk about that or talk to a supporter, you know what I'm saying? You supported this platform, but for you to speak to me that way and I'm supposed to be supporting you, like, dude, you're not going to have any listeners. You're not going to have anybody to co host with you. I'll be surprised if your platform lasts longer than it has because you don't
exactly.
do things like that. Who's going to want to network with you? Who's going to want to collaborate with you on diss tracks, your tracks, my tracks, anything? Because you told a supporter, former supporter, that she had quote unquote D sucking lips. Really? Like that's what
Yeah,
y'all do?
that was totally, again, like I said, this is a morning show. You know, who wants to hear that in the
First thing in the
morning? You know,
morning.
I'm making my coffee, I'm making breakfast for my family. I mean, the chat that they was having was interesting, and that's exactly why I figured I said, let me check these mofos out. They look pretty interesting.
Right.
And then, you know, you get in there and, you know, automatically, you know, this is why people don't like to use like their photos as avatars, because this is how you're judging people from when they come into the live. So my question is like, this is why we can't ever have nothing, because y'all like destroy shit. Like that was totally
Yes.
uncalled for, unnecessary. And again, like I said, they are super, super lucky that my phone died when it did, because I was about to light all of them up.
You know
And
I'm
it
gonna
ain't,
ask
I ain't
who it is
wasting
after the
no,
show. I ain't gonna let you blast them out right now, but you know I'm gonna ask
oh
after
no,
the
I
show.
ain't, you know, I'm gonna let you know. I'm definitely gonna let you know. But, you know, that shit, you know, was kind of, you know, this is just not what this app is for. I mean, in my opinion, I don't think, I mean, I know that there's some people that are interested in that type of banter in the morning, but if I want to listen to that shit, I'll fucking head over to 1051 and listen to fucking Charlemagne the God.
Right.
Okay?
Right. And
I
even
didn't I
and
didn't
even
come on
then,
here.
and even then, you know what I'm saying? Even the Breakfast Club or anybody like that, even they don't even come out with topics straight out the gate. Like they don't do that.
Yeah. As soon as I walk in the door, oh my God, you see who just walked in? Like I wasn't sitting there. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't there. So it's like, oh, you see who just walked in? Oh, look who just came in. Look at her. Look at the one with the pink hair. So I'm like, oh, I know they talking about me at that point.
Wow.
I'm like, really? So yeah. So apparently, you know, I don't understand why people get down like that, and I don't really get my feelings hurt like that much. But you know, you're talking about my boo. Okay.
Yeah.
You're talking about my bae. You're talking about my fiance, my husband, my everything, the man that takes care of his family. Y'all are disrespecting him and making fun of him and shit. And I'm like, y'all don't fucking know me from a hole in the wall. But I do give a shout out to Carlotta because she kind of did check them, and she was just like, you know what, I wouldn't, I just leave her alone because she's actually very knowledgeable about this business, and y'all need to really like calm down.
Right.
So she said it 3 times, and then at that point I was like, you know what, yeah, I ain't gonna be, look, this ain't gonna be Vine part two when motherfuckers was bullying me and making me feel like shit. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go for that. At the end of the day,
Right.
brand ambassadors or not, I'll fucking throw y'all under the bus so quick because that is definitely against the
Oh
rules.
wait,
That's definitely,
they were brand ambassadors.
yeah, they're all brand
Oh
yeah.
no,
Hmm.
no, no, no,
Brand ambassadors.
no.
So I'm like, either they're tight faced, whatever, opportunities and shit. Opportunities don't come to those who use this platform incorrectly. And I'm just gonna leave it like that. I ain't gonna make the whole show about that. But I just wanted to let y'all know, anybody that tunes in, anybody that has station head or anyone that's starting the show, shout out to Auntie Kim. I put her onto station head today. We had a nice conversation about it. She's someone that's gonna bring quality to the platform. Um, but I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna say this only one time. Y'all niggas, okay? See, now you pulling the Bronx out of me because I was very nice and respectful in the beginning. But y'all niggas don't know who I am, who I know, what I can do. You know, y'all are already typecasted me as a self-hating black woman when I'm not. I'm more black than y'all.
Self-hating. Oh,
And yeah, self-hating. Yeah. So the way I look at it is that on my what is it, social media, I'm going to post up my genealogy since I took the DNA test that y'all motherfuckers can't afford.
oh
Okay.
boy.
I got my genealogy, I got my blood test results, and I'm going to post it on my social media so all this shit can go to rest. I'm fucking black. Okay. I'm black
Blackity,
and I'm
blackity,
proud.
black.
I'm black and I am proud. And I'm here for the culture. I'm here to grow. And if you're going to sit there and call me all kinds of Uncle Toms and all fucking bed wenches and shit, y'all can catch these hands too. Because I don't play that shit. And that's all I had to say.
All right. um. Yeah.
Ooh, that was festering. Ooh, whole day.
Well, you chose the right time to let that rock.
It was like one of those things like, you had White Castle and you're at lunch at work and, it wasn't a good idea. So you're squeezing your butt cheeks when you get
Oh,
home.
see, I don't know nothing about that. We ain't got a White Castle here. We ain't got that here. I gotta take a little trip with some White Castle.
Man, that shit goes right through you.
Uh,
Like, as soon as you're done eating, cold sweat.
I'll be sure to skip that. I will be sure to skip all of that. Okay, so today's topic, I've been kind of scouring the Twitterverse, and of course, I'm part of a lot of forums when it comes to producers, beat makers, and the like, and everybody offers their opinion of the difference between a beat maker and a producer, which I mean, Minx, you can explain that or not. Uh, and
Yeah, you trying to get me canceled?
no, I mean not intentionally, but the reason why, but the reason why this whole topic of and I already know that you know that I know what we getting ready to get into, why type beats are really a thorn in everybody's ass. Because me personally, I don't do that. It is not it's not for lack of creativity. I just don't do it because I don't, number one, want to necessarily follow another producer's formula. Like I want to do my own thing. Uh,
Well, wait. Let's just start from the beginning, because for those listeners who don't know production or anything, what exactly is a type beat?
a type beat basically is you're using the influence. Say for instance, I am a producer and I listen to Mike Will. Mike Will made it, and I hear his formula. I hear his structure. I hear the drums that he uses. I'm going to take his structure. make some melodies similar to what he does. I'm gonna add some of the same drums that he has. I'm gonna drop my tag on it, and bing bang boom, we got a Mike Will type beat.
Right.
It's very uncreative. Uh, However, it's fun to do. I mean, it's kind of fun to do as a challenge to see. Okay, let me see if I can create a Mike Will type beat, or let me see if I can create a DJ Mustard type beat. Which DJ Mustard, his shit is so copy and paste. It's just ridiculous. Anybody, I inadvertently did a Mustard type beat, and I didn't realize that till 3 years after I made the beat, because I went through listening to all my old shit, and I was like, maybe this is the one they haven't heard, so maybe I should put this as an added track to my beat tape. And I'm sitting there listening to the joint. I said, yo, that sounds just like a Mustard beat. No, I ain't putting
Wow.
that on there. No, I ain't putting that on there. So, yeah.
Wow. Well, I will definitely say, how can I put this in a nice way?
Is there such thing as a nice way anymore?
I mean, okay, first of all, I just hate, first of all, I hate when people, they have these discussions with me when, especially on Twitter and shit, these people that have these discussions with me in a way as, like I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. You know what I mean?
You don't. You really don't.
Like, you don't know. No, Minx, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, right? So my views on it is this. I think that we are completely in every single area of music, we're oversaturated completely. And what makes the saturation happen? The saturation occurs when you have producers and they're using specific targeting tags, like kind of like a hashtag, but to draw attention to their beats, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Now, you and I come from an era, not to show our age, but we come from an era when an artist would come to the studio and say, I'm feeling like this. And we would work with that artist to make that sound happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first thing.
Right.
So when I go get into these little bickers and spats with these producers, I'm in no way, shape, or form trying to put y'all down or anything like that, because that's not what I'm here for, and I don't get paid for that. My whole thing is that a lot of y'all are not real producers. So you're coming at real producers because we're set in our ways of exactly how we were able to make our income and it was successful. So when we get into this whole discussion, like, I don't care if you're a producer, I don't care if you call yourself a beat maker, I don't care what you call yourself. But the problem that I'm seeing is that a lot of you guys
Hold
are
on a
not
second.
really.
This damn car better get up the street. Jesus, fix that mess.
I hate that shit.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The thing that I want to say is that, there's producers out here that are just getting their start. And because they sold one fucking lease for 30 cents, y'all think y'all know everything. And it don't work like that. Okay. I have a friend that actually leased a song and he was excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
And, as soon as he went to go and release the song, they told him that he couldn't use the beat anymore because it was sold as an exclusive after that. So I'm like, y'all always so quick to talk about how you getting this money, how you making this money, how you doing this and that. But, let's look at the whole aspect of production. I don't think a good producer, right? I don't think they so hell bent and set on the financial aspect of shit. I don't think they're like that.
No.
And my whole thing is, as a producer, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna make myself very clear. As a producer, I have not made any money selling beats.
Me neither.
However,
me neither.
I have made money creating projects. I'm getting income for the rest of my life every time this artist's song is streamed. So when we get into these production discussions, I'm like, nobody is on the same caliber as me because motherfuckers can only make trap beats, but you can't dabble in boom bap. You can't dabble in reggaeton. Can you make a reggaeton beat? No. Can you make a pop beat for a Justin Bieber type person or a Katy Perry type person? See, that's a producer.
Right.
When you
All you
typecast
cover
yourself,
all genres.
exactly. When you typecast yourself as, oh, all I do is heat, I make certified heat. Oh, this is a banger. Oh, you're not going to make a banger each and every fucking time. It
No,
doesn't work like
it
that.
doesn't always go
So
like that.
when you have these producers that want to bicker and fight and go back and forth with me, like, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm like, you know what? If that works for you, then you do it. But you're talking about producers. I'm monetized, right? So I can put a beat on my fucking Patreon and I'm getting paid monthly for people to listen to it,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are worried about YouTube streams.
And
Y'all are worried about,
they can very well steal your shit off of there too.
yeah, this is what I'm saying. So you got like DJ, what's his name? DJ Payne.
Mm-hmm. Paying one, yeah.
Yeah. So DJ Payne won, and I got into it. See, a lot of people were asking me, they're DMing me shit that he says, and I'm like, I can't see what he says. They're like, what do you mean you can't see? What is he? Does he have you blocked? I said, no, I blocked him. They're like, well, why did you block him? Because fuck him. That's why he wanted.
Uh oh. Cutting out.
Uh,
Hello?
yeah, somebody just. Hello? Yeah, can you hear me?
All right, yeah, we good, we good.
Yeah, so he wanted to have a debate with me about the fact that I said, I don't get why producers are always using this beat, this type beat shit, right? So he's like, a blue check motherfucker who wants to go back and forth with me. At the time, it was at Minx Couture on Twitter. He's just like, oh, well, you sound like a newbie, and you don't understand the marketing behind what. I said, well, if you're a good producer, you don't need to do all that crazy marketing.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to even worry about it. If your music if you can stand on your music, if your music stands on its own without having to rely on, well, every producer at one point, or another, they use SEOs, they use hashtags, they do everything possible to even get their beat. There's a way to trick the algorithm to make your beat like it pops up before anybody else. It's a way to do that shit. It's a way to finesse it. I've never done it, but it's a way to finesse it. And a lot of people depend on constantly using SEO, and one of the main keywords would be type beat, and that's how you even get on lists. That's how you get noticed. But me,
Yeah,
if
but
but if a person,
I don't,
but see,
I don't understand that.
but see, if a person rocks with me and they know how I operate as a producer, they've heard my music off the internet. They've heard my music, so they know that, hey, she makes pretty good production. Let's work together, and then we're gonna put this music out there. I wouldn't have to worry about a bunch of, I don't have to sit there and spend all this money to get people to recognize my music. It should stand on its own. When I work with this
See, that's
artist,
that's why that's why I say, like, producers like you and me, we literally specialize in building projects.
I
Okay,
think
so
projects are so fun to do. I love them.
projects are dope, but this is the equivalent of being a fucking, I hate to say it, YouTube producer, because you got SoundCloud rapper.
Oh, you remember SoundClick though? SoundClick was like the OG. Before,
Fuck yeah.
yeah, I remember SoundClick. I found some of my inspirations before SoundClick kind of sort of just. I don't know if anybody even uses SoundClick anymore.
Yeah, that all these apps have now turned into I think SoundCloud and shit. and BeatStars and all those other places. And I'm saying
Yeah.
BeatStars now because I think I'm over the hate for BeatStars. I just don't want to hold on to that for a long time. Um,
It's not gonna do
but
you any good.
it's not. I'm giving myself a slow heart attack each day. Um, I'm going to put it like this, and I'm going to put it like this very nicely. Okay, we are in an age. Okay, why are y'all uploading your beats to BeatStars and all these other places? Because regardless, how the fuck do you not know if they are monetizing your shit? How do you not? You
You know
don't
what?
know.
You know what? It's not even that, but they put their beats on BeatStars because they see that some of these producers that they used to follow and be a fan of, they see those producers get paid and get placements and do all types of big shit. So they run to BeatStars on the premise, and I was one of those. I joined BeatStars because I figured that was the best way for me to sell my beats. Um, and I wasn't really too big on, you know, I'm gonna get placements and this da. I mean, that's a goal, of course, but some of these newer beat makers, some of these newer producers, they flock to BeatStars now because of the promise that they're given, and they see the headlines: over $50 million, or $50,000 given, uh, being streamed through this, that, and the third, and they give out plaques for how many for every hundred thousand streams or some shit. You get a plaque for,
But
but
you
really
don't
don't
make
make that
money
much.
anymore. You don't make money anymore. First of all, this is why I said earlier today on Twitter. I said, when it comes to YouTube,
Yeah.
fuck YouTube. Fuck
No,
YouTube.
YouTube.
Okay?
You'll get snatched on YouTube if you don't get flagged for having. I had a beat of mine flagged on YouTube because it sounded similar to someone else's shit, and so they had the song in the comment section. And I couldn't get my, well, I don't have enough followers for monetization anyway. But I went to go listen to the song that they said my shit sounded like. It sounded nothing like it. Not a hat, not a snare, not a melody, nothing sounded. I said, so where's the correlation? Like, you trying to steal my
Well,
shit? Ooh, what was
I
that high
stopped
pitch?
fucking
Hold on.
I stopped fucking with YouTube long time ago.
Yeah. I took
I
all
just
my stuff off of YouTube because it was like, I'm not going to get robbed.
well, not only that, it's also the fact that, Vimeo pays out more.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, yeah, you may pay $100 for the year, but you're going to make that money back because now you can do certain things that YouTube doesn't do. Like, first of all, Vimeo is like straight up high quality videos.
Mm-hmm.
So, don't you want to, if you're trying to do a vlog or something like that, or if you have a Patreon and you want to showcase a private video, um, maybe you want to showcase the fact that you're beat making and or you're cooking in the crib and you don't want everybody to see that. You just want your followers to see that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just more of an exclusive type of thing. Now, I will definitely say that my one cook up that I did live on YouTube when Young May and her people ran off with that shit,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone is like, that song, it doesn't really sound the same. I'm like, it's not. See, when you're trying to show someone that an idea that you had or have was copied, it's not going to sound exactly the same. If you understand BPMs and synths and certain melodies and how they go, a
Mm-hmm.
change up,
Mm-hmm.
and all the people don't understand when I was trying to explain, look, this is the same fucking, they took my beat, they took my idea, right?
Right.
The change up was at the same time. Like I lined up my beat along with Young Ma song. The change up happened at the same time, and the overall idea of the break was the same. Same shit with Missy Elliott, who
Right.
ran with one of my beats. So I used to say to myself, I'm not showcasing my beats anymore because, I'm never gonna y'all gonna just keep jacking my
Right.
ideas
And
and
in the the mainstream is always watching the indies. Like they're forever watching what the underlings do. I mean,
Yeah.
it never it's becoming more and more prevalent now. More people are really paying attention to that, and it's like it's just going to come to a point where it's not going to be too many platforms that you can use that the mainstream artists aren't paying attention to because they use YouTube to get their beats. They use SoundCloud to get their beats. So it
Yeah.
is easy, and if you got the right equipment, it is easy to take a tag off of a beat and use it. It's just that simple.
I just chalk it up as experience at the end. People seem to think that when somebody steals your idea and they go like this has happened before. So I said, look, Missy Elliott, copied off. Well, I'm not gonna say she did. Whoever the producer was that took the beat used the same melody that I created. I don't use loops and shit. I create everything from scratch. So I would know. It's not even the fact that I peeped it. Gino came running in here. He's like, yo, babe, um, did you hear Missy Elliott's new song? And I got all excited. I was like, no. I said, I haven't heard a new song. What is this shit fire? He goes, babe, I don't want to break your heart. I don't want you to get upset when I tell you this, but it sounds like they jacked your song, The Ugly Truth.
Mm.
I was like, what are you talking about? So the song I'm Better is just like my song, The Ugly Truth.
Okay.
And he was like, okay, what you got to tell your dad. So I called my dad. I said, Dad, after I heard it, my love for Missy became really hurt and hate. You know what I'm saying? So I sent it to my dad. I didn't say anything. I just said, Dad, listen to these two songs. He was like, why? I said, just let me know what you think. So he calls me up and he was like, that's the same song. I said, I know. I know that it is. And everybody, instead of saying, you know what, that ain't right, they're like, man, your song is whack and the beat is
Yeah.
whack.
See,
I'm
and
like,
then here we go. Right.
regardless if the beat was whack, the melody is mine. I may have not used maybe the right drums or the percussions or the hi-hats and shit. I was still on my FL Studio days with, not that many kits and shit. But I just wanted to get my ideas out.
Yeah.
So the melody, however, I used to go crazy with melodies and making sure that I sliced it a certain way, or, if it was a sound that was already in the stock plugins, I was like altering them so they sounded like I was taking the stock plugins and I was just like fucking with them so it sounded like my own. You know what I mean?
Right.
So my dad says to me, he was like, yeah, this is the same melody, same sound, same song. And then he got mad at me and he was like, well, my question is, how the fuck did they find out about this song if it's copywritten and shit? And I was like, at the time, my beats and shit was not copywritten.
Right.
I had ASCAP. I just, at the time, I didn't understand the process of, copyrights and publishing. And that's why I'm so anal and all that stuff about it now, because sometimes you have to get shit stolen from you
You have
in
to
order for
learn.
you.
You gotta
Yeah,
learn. And a
you
lot of
you
and
burn your hand on the stove and then you're not going to touch it without making sure that the flame is off.
and a lot of artists and producers alike, they grab ASCAP and thinking that's the end all be all, and they're going to be protected. No, you gotta go a little further than that. I
No,
mean,
you got to actually register the shit. See, my dad, in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, I got ASCAP, so I'm good. Like
mm-hmm.
most artists that have distribution as well, they think because they have distribution, that's it. No, that's just that's just putting the pillow on the bed.
Yeah,
You ain't even get into bed yet.
yeah.
Okay,
No,
your
it's
slippers
just
are still
yeah,
on your feet.
yeah. You got to do a little bit more work than that.
But when I studied it, I actually took the time 1 year. Actually, this was last year when I started the podcast. My podcast of my education was me learning as I went along and reporting what I thought and then what I found. So, all you mofos that are thinking, oh, this bitch thinks she's an expert. I'm not an expert. See, my platform is different. I'm not coming at people like, I told you, y'all motherfuckers is stupid. Y'all are dumb. Y'all don't know the business. Y'all need to learn the business. I don't, no. I am using my platform to report what I have learned during the week. That's the purpose of the Mink Show. Okay. So it's not about um like, hey guys, I'm smarter than you guys, and you guys are dumb, and that's why y'all never make it, and you guys don't have publishing, and you guys don't have this, y'all don't have that. I don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
I do my research, and I come on the show. Hey guys, so this week I found this article. Hey guys, this week I found this conversation in a forum. So we're learning together as we go along.
Hey, Mercy. Yeah, but
Hey, Mercy.
oh, got another one. Hey, Chantel.
So at the end of the day, like I said, we're all uneducated with this music business. We're all uneducated. So there's no person that can sit there and say to you that they know more because we don't know everything.
And it's
And I'm glad we
it's
don't
okay,
know.
and it's okay to say you don't know, but when someone tries to give you a little game and this, that, and the third, it's like, then you're gonna argue like, dude, I'm trying to give you game on how to sell your beats. I'm trying to help you, get your music out to the next level, and you want to sit here and argue with me? Fine, you're back to square one. You don't have to hear from me ever again. Matter of fact, you can block me at this point because whatever I tell you, it's not going to be good enough because to you, I'm just like you. I'm just another bedroom producer. I don't know any. Do you have any place? And that's the one argument that they always want to say. Well, you don't have any placements. You don't have this. You don't have that. I don't need to have placements to know what to do, what not to do. Hey, chaos.
What's good, chaos?
So it's just a matter
That's
of
that's the
research.
that's like the most
It's just a matter
that's
of
the
research.
most
That's all.
disrespectful thing to say to somebody who is a producer. Oh, do you have any placements? No. You know who I have placements with? Um, Bank of America
Yeah, right.
and Cash App. That's who I got placements with because this is what these artists like. Excuse me, these producers and shit. These mofos with blue checks. They're like, well, I got placements and I'm a Grammy nominated. Blah, blah. So if you're fucking Grammy nominated, why are you scouring the Twitter streets?
mm.
Because Grammy nominated people don't do that shit. I'm telling you this right now.
I'm looking for the next up and coming producer. Do you have what it takes?
Yeah, why would a producer look for another producer? Like when another producer, like if I come to you and I was like, and I say to you, hey, I want you to hear my beat. I'm asking you to, right?
Yeah.
But if I'm a producer and you say, hey, Minx, I'm a producer, and I'm like, oh, word, let me hear you. Let me see your store. Let me check your store. Let me listen to let me see what you got. Let me see what you work with. See, now you're trying to test my gangster.
Right.
That's what you're
You
trying
try to
to do.
call the
Like
bluff. Yeah.
yeah, I don't trust that shit. I mean, as a producer, like, first of all, as a female producer, you already know your G card's gonna get checked
Every
because
time.
men just don't believe that women can make beats. They really don't believe that. They're like, oh well, this shit sounds like some Minecraft shit. Okay.
Jingle Love, what's up? I didn't even see you pop in. Hey.
Hey, Jingle Love.
Oh, we
Jungle Love.
is it? It's Jingle. It's a Y right there. Ain't no
Jingle
U.
Love. Oh, okay.
Let's
I
see.
just put my eyes in.
Let's see.
So, at the end of the day, he says,
See,
at the
I
end
knew
of the
it.
day,
I'm usually the one messing
you
up the
make
name.
beats. If you make beats and you are a female producer, you know, everybody thinks like I chose the Twitter handle when they deleted my Minx Couture account when I made at female producer.
They should have
That
never done
wasn't
that.
like for yeah. That wasn't for me to say, look at me. I'm a female producer. I did it as in look at me. I'm a female producer. Right? That's what I did it as. And I just thought it was so weird.
But see that the more clout that you was getting, you started they started to turn you into that pick me producer because I'm a girl, pick me. Like that's how they were trying to put you out there, like you was out there scouring for clout. But
They were portraying me as like some fucking,
you was a
like
bitter ass non
like
black.
I was lubricating my MPK MIDI with my fucking tears. Okay, that's not what that was. I that was not what that was. All I say is this. Okay, just like being a female gamer, just like being a female producer, just like being a female rapper. Okay, I say that we should just drop the female shit, right? I just
mm,
don't think we. Look,
Yeah,
if I just think if you say female something, what happens
you're
is that
already getting that.
let me hear her beat so I can see that if she's actually popping.
Uh huh. Right. Wait. Chaos says his wife does that plus opera. What?
I love opera. I love opera. I be
Yo,
watching that
that's
shit.
dope. I don't know too many. I don't know too many opera singers. That's dope. Well, I don't know any opera
See,
singers. That's dope. I
I
like
want to
that.
do I want to do I want to do like a hip opera.
All right, Beyonce. Yeah, I already
No, that'll be dope. That ain't been done. That ain't been done in a
a
while.
hip opera. Ain't
But it
that
can't. It'll be weird.
ain't that what they called that? What was it? What was it
Carmen.
Carmen Jones or some shit?
A hip opera would be dope though because you know I think that well that imagine if you had like a trap rapper coming in there with the auto tune.
They do that any damn way. They do that
Be like,
anyway.
huh? Yeah, nah, nah, nah.
I can imagine somebody trying to sing. Oh my, that's a disaster from jump. That is a disaster before the conductor even waves his baton for the first count. That's done. That's dead. Nope. I don't
I'm
want to hear it.
surprised Tyler Perry hasn't like wanted to bite that
Shh,
yet
shh,
because
shh, shh, shh,
you know
shh,
why fuck Tyler Perry? I'll tell him to his
shush,
face.
shush. Somebody's gonna, somebody's gonna take that idea.
Look, at the end of the day, everybody gonna steal somebody's idea. You know what I'm saying? They're all gonna steal the ideas, but at the end
Stop
of the day,
stealing.
I'm the
Be
only one.
creative.
I could pull that off.
Yeah, be creative. Be creative. Just don't do that.
I think I could pull that off. I mean, we have a lot of vocalists. You know, um. Oh shit! I just realized Vine too is trending. Oh my
See,
god!
see. The ladies that's on this page, are you producer or do you do anything in the musical standpoint? Y'all chime in and let us know. Like, do you have any type of is there any type of discriminatory pressure put your way because you just happen to be a chick that makes beats?
They dropped it. I'm sorry.
What Vine too?
They just dropped. Yo, I'm testing the beta version of Vine 2. What's called Byte. It's BYTE.
Uh huh.
But I got an issue with it though because I've been beta testing this shit for almost maybe 6 months. That shit is not going to be better than TikTok.
No, because TikTok just pretty much TikTok is the new TikTok has become an A&R of sorts for these young artists that are just coming out, and everybody's doing these little silly ass dances and really hyping the song and blowing the song up. That's how they're getting their numbers up. You know,
Well, if y'all look
TikTok gonna be here
any
for a
new
while.
app, any new app that comes out, right? I just suggest that y'all hop on it now because you never know. And I've been, like I said, I've been testing the beta version for 6 months. Um, and I would definitely say I was a big Vine head, and I blew up on Vine a couple of times. Like 3 songs went viral. So I just think that it's never going to be the same because now you got all this cringy shit. People that really try too hard to be
Super
funny.
cringe, super cringe.
TikTok is cringy as fuck too. Don't get me wrong. That shit. Some nights I'd be like, "Yee, like, did they really fucking do that?"
Right. And remember when
Like,
we
no,
just
this mofo hit upload. I can't believe that.
just a few minutes ago, we was talking about how producers like don't cross over and cover all genres. Well, just 1 minute ago via Twitter, uh, a good friend of yours, sarcasm, a good friend of yours decided to try to merge trap with boom bap. Now
Are you kidding?
this particular producer has one screen, boom bap, jingle of boom bap. So this one producer, he has one screen. He's got 8 million plugins and screens all over the place. That irks my nerves. Please get a second screen. Jesus, put your plugins and your mixer on one screen. Minimize that shit if you don't need it for the moment. Just have it. He operates Fruity Loops, by the way. So this is why I'm looking at it right now. It's like a ton of confusion on that screen, and it says when trap meets boom bap dot 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 get the gap.
Yeah, he's trying. He's doing the most. How does trap and you can't do trap and boom bap? That's crap.
I kind of want to play it, but I don't want to get. I don't want a clip of it get flagged on my live stream. Forget all that. Y'all just listen to it after the fact. Uh,
Oh my god.
this might be something I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, nah. I'm good.
Some stuff just does not need to be mashed together.
Facts.
Because even for myself, like with my songs, the reason why, like a lot of my friends have asked me, makes your music sounds different from before, and I was like, yeah, because I'm
You have to.
finally in an element
You have to be able to
that,
evolve.
yeah, I'm in an element where I had to sit back one day, and I tell all artists this: you got to sit back and say to yourself, why did you get into this? What was the reason that you wanted to be a musician?
Hmm.
What transpired to where now you're making songs just so that you can possibly get signed? Like you got to pull yourself out of that shit. You may never get signed, but that does not mean you can't generate your own deal, your own brand, your own business. That's why I said to myself, and I tell all these other artists that, oh, I'm about to quit this shit, man. This shit ain't worth it, man. These kids is up. I'm like, but you can still be in this game, but do something different. Every business has different levels. You got the janitor, you got the manager, you got the freaking co-workers, you got the guys that checks people into the building, but they all still working at the same job.
Hmm.
So you may not be the best rapper, but who knows? You might be a good hype man.
Yeah.
So everyone wants in their head. This is what I'm thinking that they're seeing. They want the mainstream success. You're not gonna get that. You might, but mainstream success, like my father told me, you don't go to them; they come to you.
Right.
It's there is no other way. There's no homie that you may know. There's no DJ that can put you on. It's if they come to you. Now, that's not on some Illuminati shit.
Hmm.
This is just on some real business shit. If you don't have your business in order, if you cannot generate money for a label, you're useless to them. You're a liability at that point. You're not an asset. So people need to get that in their heads first. Oh, I got the hot. You could have the hottest fucking song on the planet, but if you don't know how to be a business person in this music business, then you just gonna get trapped into a 360 deal, and you're gonna have to be tap dancing until they want to take your ass out or someone you love.
Right.
So that's just the facts. But
Just facts.
yeah, see, I don't know if you want to throw a song on real quick because my artist interview that I have tonight at 10 has to call in to check in with me briefly,
Okay.
and I can come right back.
That's not a problem at all. That's not a problem at all. I'm gonna go ahead and get this track on. It's called Ramble. It's an intro joint by Savage Worldwide. I want to thank Chaos for the submission. We shall return.
I'll be black.
Oh, what happened? Here we go. There we go.
End up short, like what you thought. And get that case, don't go to court. I skip the trial, I I ran a mile, I'm running up. My 40 cal, got 40 styles, for 40 miles. I need my 48 mules now. Hold on. They don't hate, they don't love, they don't create. They love music, they a fan. I'm the man, goddamn. I'm on my shit, they talking shit. I'm on my. Keep going. And if I did, you niggas did. I'm so specific, I'm influential. You niggas simple, you niggas simple. I'm niggas pimple. I need you crip, but you ain't crip. I need you bloody, but you ain't blind. That niggas hating, where is the love? That niggas shoulders, all your drugs. Where is the drugs? Where is the safe? Gun in your face, running your place. I'm out of space, I'm in my zone. I ain't at home, I ain't no clown. I'm in that safer, I took your wafer. I just one night her, and then I pipe her. She not my type, I'm kinda hyper. I'm in the stew, man, I'm spitting fiber. These niggas trash, these niggas garbage. Bitch, I'm chaos, I've been the hardest. These niggas soft, these niggas softest. These niggas smooth, these niggas calm shit. Me, I'm the hot shit, I'm talking nonsense. I'm talking cheat, I'm talking confident.
That was Ramble by Savage Worldwide. Once again, thanks to Chaos for the submission. Uh, what else is going on? What else is going on? Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, get your submissions out there. Earn a few coins. This is Station Head. This is a free app that you can download. Chop it up with us. Request your music. They now have a feature on Station Head to where when you download it, you can bypass the your audio streaming site login, but it's only for a short time, so you can get the feel of Station Head if you want to continue using it as an app or whatever. And then after a while, you're gonna have to add your information onto Station Head to keep using it. Just want to plug that in really quick. So Minx is still out, so I'm gonna go ahead and get another song up. This is Imaginary by Jarrell's.
Get that bag, get through. Yeah. Yeah. Go dummy, Kyle. She just wanna see me in the foreign. She just wanna see me iced out. She don't wanna see me fucked up. She don't wanna see me when I'm down. She want an imaginary nigga, an imaginary. She want an imaginary nigga, an imaginary. He don't wanna see her with her tracks out. He just wanna see her flow style. He don't wanna see her with her ass out. Show him that you ain't from round. You want an imaginary chick out, an imaginary. You want an imaginary chick out, an imaginary. You ain't for everybody. Stop proving yourself. These conversations between me and you, finding yourself. I am the realest that you ever met. You said it yourself. I'm in a speeder with no one around me. I'm drinking to death, drinking too much. Would you love me if I didn't have none? You got me searching for that certain sign. My body told me just to give him more drugs. Play me and I gotta treat you like I treat these hoes. Just give you my nut, just like you doing me. Gotta do you more dirt. I buried your love. She wish she had more. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He wish he had more. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They always want it all. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They always want it all. Yeah. She just wanna see me in the foreign. She just wanna see me iced out. She don't wanna see me fucked up. She don't wanna see me when I'm down. She want an imaginary nigga, an imaginary. She want an imaginary nigga, an imaginary. He don't wanna see her with her tracks out. He just wanna see her flow style. He don't wanna see her with her ass out. Show him that you ain't from round. take it to my grave, and you never, ever change. Ain't no reason you should let me escape. I got that shit that gon' make you stay. Before you leave, you gon' set it in flames. Getting closer through the pain. Shit don't make no sense. Put my picture in the frame. Know I got you off track. Never get what we looking for. We always wanna bring it back. She wish she had more. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He wish he had more. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Always want it all. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They always want it all. Yeah. She just wanna see me in the foreign. She just wanna see me iced out. She don't wanna see me fucked up. She don't wanna see me when I'm down. She want an imaginary nigga, an imaginary. She want an imaginary nigga, an imaginary. He don't wanna see her with her tracks out. He just wanna see her flow style. He don't wanna see her with her ass out. Show him that you ain't from round. Want an imaginary chick out, an imaginary. He want an imaginary chick out, an imaginary.
That was Imaginary by Jarrell's, one of our main supporters here on the Random Talking Indie Music Show. We are Bike. I'm 759 alongside my co-host Minx Couture. If you're just joining and checking in with us. So, waiting on Minx yet again. You see how she does, y'all? Anyway, this is Wish Fails Friday, so if you are watching me on the visual feed, please stay tuned because we will have that for you towards the end of the show, along with another one of Minx's rants. I live for her rants because they make perfect sense. And y'all please go follow her at Female Producer on Twitter because I'm telling you, she's going to have you rolling. I just like her whole threads. Like, I just sit there and read all of the threads like, yo, she wildin', but she got a point. So y'all go ahead and support her. Follow her on Twitter. Once again, before she pops back on, I'm gonna go ahead and plug this in one more time. Got the Station Head playlist up, live on Spotify. You can also get the Gas or Trash playlist on Spotify as well. Please add those two playlists.
I'm back.
Yeah, Get your music added on there. Get a few coins. Tonight at 10 o'clock, you got the Minx Show podcast on minxradio.com. And also, please go and stream her new song called Vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, go do that.
It's one of my favorite songs right now, next to Mad World, even though I almost busted out your speaker system.
See, I ain't got time for all that now. I have to turn music all the way down and then gradually, because a friend of mine who is a DJ producer, he says he went through 4 sets of dope ass speakers because the bass was just hitting too hard. Ain't got time for that.
Yeah, that should be wildin'.
Yeah, my hearing is already on the way out because of constant headphones and beats in my head all the time. So, yeah, I want to keep my hearing for a little while longer. But yo, I'm just now seeing this.
Yeah.
I'm just now seeing this today, and this is crazy. Locals in Wuhan, China, are fighting over food in the shops because the city of Wuhan has been in a lockdown because the city is quarantined. There's something going on over there, probably some airborne, whatever it is. The whole city is quarantined. They're blocking the roads. Air travel's not going in that direction. So that's craziness. There's no food trucks coming that way. There's nobody delivering to that city. So yeah, positive.
Yeah, it's that coronavirus shit.
Yeah.
That came out of nowhere, that was developed in a lab somewhere.
Yo, like Ebola. What happened to Ebola?
It evolved to the coronavirus.
I guess.
Well, I think I watched a little bit or played a little bit too much of Resident Evil because I'm just like waiting for the zombie outbreak, and I think I've really practiced enough. You know what I mean? Because it's just weird. It's just I don't, you know, this is not the first time an illness has been started because of somebody that did not handle a virus, a live virus, the right way. It's not the first time, and it won't be the last.
Yeah.
This is how they're gonna take us out. And you know what? And I
They
was reading
cause
on
a
a
panic.
thread.
They cause a panic before they even work out like the kinks of, okay, how can we help kill this, whatever this is? Do we know what it is? They just cause panic and have people like scared to leave their house.
But not even that. I just think that the timing was weird because this all went down right at the cusp of Chinese New Year. When you know that, even with
Yeah.
the flu virus and all that stuff, I say look at the incubation of these types of flus and shit that happened. It always happens around a major holiday because they know that you're going to be meeting up with friends and family, and it's
Right.
just easier to transmit illness when you know that you're going to be taking flights, you know you're going to be at restaurants, you know you're going to be at shopping
That's
centers.
crazy.
It's just a lot easier to, like, I don't know if you play this game. There's this game that's on the iPad called well, I'm not gonna say iPad, in the App Store. It's called Outbreak, and you literally have to
I've
transmit
seen
the
that
whole world
movie.
with,
That was nuts.
yeah, but you literally have to, in order to win the game, you have to kill all of population.
Oh my.
So I'm playing this game, and mind you, I paid for it, so I was serious.
Oh yeah.
Um, with this attachment that I have with games, if I have to buy the game, we are bound together for life. I will play that shit to the end.
The
So I'm playing this game Outbreak,
the
and
hidden missions and everything. I'm doing all of it.
all of them, every new release, every new buy now, yeah. So in this game, you have to kill off the entire population, and they, just the way that they explain it, you're like, okay, all right, so if I do it near water and people drink the water, but they're poor, so that's not going to work. So you got to sit there and think of ways
Oh
to
man.
infect these people, and you just feel like you feel like Satan himself, like you really do, like,
Oh
oh,
gosh.
you really do feel like Satan himself. So then when you see that the first person has been infected, now you're watching like all of the world turn red, and you're just like, yes, I infected all these people, but then you're like, I feel bad now because now all these people are dying and shit because of my
And
decisions.
it was your fault. See? Good job.
But I'm winning. But I'm winning.
I'm glad
So that's what they do.
things like this is just a game.
This is the Matrix. This is all bullshit. I just honestly, I saw one guy on my page. Seriously, all these conspiracy theory pages just started following me. I just think that that's so weird and cool at the same
Mhm.
time.
Cuz yesterday we was talking about
Yeah,
conspiracy theories.
yeah.
And
So they're
well,
like,
here you
oh,
go.
one guy says, you should use your platform for good. I was like, I kind of do, in a way, kind of. So he's like, no, you should, you're so knowledgeable about this shit. I said, yeah, but I also don't want to die because, mofos is getting killed left and right or suicided and stuff like that for exposing the truth. And everybody wants to know the truth. But my question is, um, how far are you willing to tell it?
Right.
Because I love my life. I really do.
That's like the beginning of The Walking Dead. And I think it was like season 3 or 4 was where you got to know how the whatever happened, and it was a outbreak in Atlanta, Georgia. and people were
Yeah.
and people were trying to drive into the city, and the traffic was backed up for miles and miles and miles, and Rick and his family was in the car, and he's a sheriff. For those that don't watch The Walking Dead or live under a rock, he's a sheriff, and he's trying to figure out what's going on. And all of a sudden, there's a damn zombie outbreak. This show is still going on about a good 11 seasons in. We still have not gotten to the base of what that virus was, what started it. The closest they ever got was they got to the CDC, and the guy that ran the CDC by himself died. Like, that was a fail.
That's what always happens.
So the one guy that has the antidote or the cure or the whatever it was, he dies without explaining the information, where to get this, where to find that. So they end up walking back out in Zombieland once again. And this has been going on for 11 seasons. I would like to get some type of closure.
Yeah, you're never gonna get closure with that.
No, no, we're gonna get. Damn it, we're gonna get some type of something. Somebody gonna die. We're gonna figure this out.
But they don't make these shows, you know, for no reason. Let's make a zombie movie. Excuse me, a zombie TV show, so we can have people hooked on this shit like zombies.
Yeah. They,
I mean, honestly,
and after the Walking Dead, it was like three or four more shows, movies, TV, whatever's just like it.
well, there's a huge fascination with the zombie shit. So you
Yeah.
know,
I didn't
this
think
is
I was
what's
gonna
gonna
like it at
happen.
first. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but I do.
Well, this is exactly what's gonna happen, and you know, I really think that there was a zombie outbreak, and we are zombies because we are so addicted to social media and all that other crazy shit that keeps us distracted from reality. See, we don't use social media right. We don't use social media the way that it was designed to be used, which is to be social. But the real definition of social has nothing near digital capacity. Being
Hmm.
social means that you're among people, you're interacting with people in a human to human, level. If you're in front of me, or if we go to a gala or something like that. So that's why I don't believe that when people they talk about social anxiety, right? I don't think social anxiety is like, what's the word I want to say? I don't think it's an illness. I just think it's a side effect.
Mm, a side effect of what
Kind of like
exactly?
PTSD. I say social anxiety is PTSD from the. That's what I believe.
From where?
I think it's social anxiety from the internet. That's like PTSD from that's PTSD from being on the internet all the time.
I can kind of agree with that because a lot of these people, once upon a time, you would have never heard the words social anxiety come out of their mouth. And now that social media has been around for going on, what, 20 years now, everybody is experiencing, like you said, side effects, low self esteem, and they're despondent towards people. It's like they don't even want to be out in public, and it's a lot. It is a whole lot. That's a whole
Yeah, that's
nother.
why I say
Yeah.
most of these artists and shit, like I have, because they're making it a trend. I have social anxiety. Okay, so how the fuck are you gonna perform in front of like 30,000 people?
You know
You
what?
gotta,
I said the
you
same
gotta,
thing. I said the same thing because everybody, this whole wave of new music that's coming out, your Rod Wave, your Lil Peep, your Lil Pump, your this, your Lil this, that, and the third, they're all coming out with emo rap. And it's like, is it relatable or is it just I hate to say it like this, but is it just what's hot at the moment? Everybody's making these type of songs, and you're not necessarily going through anything at all.
yeah, because it's cool to be sad. It's
And
cool to be
once
depressed.
again, let's not, I'm not trivializing people that actually go through mental health issues, that actually go through anxieties and things like that. But it's the fact that you guys are really going through it that I can't help but to second guess everybody, because not everybody is going to have some type of mental, incapacity. Not everybody's going to have social anxiety. Not everybody's going to be depressed. It's like one out of five, well, 5 out of 5 people, at least three of them got some type of social anxiety or depression or something like that. Like 3 out of 5 people, that's a lot.
Well, I'm just gonna say this, especially this is to the parents of social media.
I mean, I don't want to sound insensitive because I really don't like. I mean, I don't go through anything like that, so I really don't want to seem insensitive to people who actually go through it, but I'm just seeing it
To,
more as a trend now, and I hate to see it like that, but I see this more in the music, on the music side of things. I see it as a trend. I don't see it as a real thing going on. I just see it as a trend.
well, wait until real life hits, because I just want to say this to all the artists that are parents. Okay, if you're gonna hop on this, I'm sad, I'm depressed, I have social anxiety wave, and you're not seeing a therapist or
But you
have any record
but you're self
of being
medicating.
in therapy,
But you're self medicating.
do, do you know how quickly that family court is going to get involved into your life? That's when real life shit happens. Because
Exactly.
now, to a family court, to a hater, a person that hates you, can pick up the phone and call Child Protective Services and say, this person is making music about suicidal ideologies. I think
Mm-hmm.
that we need to investigate that. So don't join a wave because teens and people are doing it. You need to just keep your own wave. If you're going through some, mental stuff, I would not make songs about it. I
Yeah.
don't think that's a good idea as a parent. I just don't think I mean, I do songs that express myself. Yes, if this is your therapy, great, do it. But don't do it because these kids who don't have any real consequences for saying this shit, they're not going to face, losing your real life job, or, this is the shit that y'all got to think about, because what may work for one, like little Xan type of artist, is not going to work for, you know, Tony in fucking, meatpacking district. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to work for you.
Wow. No, but you're right. But you're really right. And then you got
Y'all be
people,
snitching
and
on
see,
y-
and see
y'all
you
be
got
snitching
people
on
making,
yourselves.
and then you got people making memes of a Rod Wave song, and yeah, I really felt that. I feel like that too. No, you don't. You don't. You just like the song because it's got a little cute little bop, and you just know the words, and it's like I be wanting to tell a lot of people like, no, you don't identify with this at all. And these are people that, and these would be some people that I've known for years. They've never once said anything about it. You would never hear them bring it up. But now all of a sudden, Rod Wave comes on crying about how he's sad and this, that, and the third. And oh my gosh, I identify with that. I'm sad too. Really? This has become a Me Too thing. Like oh gosh, this is becoming a tricky topic, but it's becoming
Why
that.
is being sad? Like, it's like, I understand
Why is
people
that
are
a
going through
wave?
shit.
Why is that a
We're
wave?
all going through shit, but I just don't understand why people like to advertise that they're depressed or going through shit. Social media does not care. I'm just being totally
I
honest.
don't, if I do go through anything, if I'm going through like a little meh, I'm not gonna sit there and go on Facebook and say, oh, I'm feeling down today. Don't ask, asking for positive
It's all
vibes.
attention.
Yeah,
And I hate to say it, it's all attention, but there's a guy on my Facebook page. He's been talking about killing himself for almost 4 years. Right?
yeah.
I'm like, look, honestly, when you do that, like, I'm at the point in my life, and I hate to say it, but it's true. If you say that you're going to hurt yourself, I don't believe you. I don't believe you,
I don't
because
want you to do it, but if you really
I
wanted to
don't
do
want
it,
you to
you would have
do it,
done it.
but I also don't believe you, because I have friends that took their lives. Okay. There was no announcement. There was no Facebook post. It was none of that. We just got the phone call that they took their life. And what we were saying is, I didn't know that they were sad. Like, I didn't know they were going through shit. Like, they never
Yeah,
said anything. I wish
yeah.
they could have talked to me. So y'all need to stop using that as a way to get people to talk to you and to fuck with you, because I have literally stopped dealing with people because they don't understand that's psychological warfare on your friends and family. So if you're going through some shit and it's temporary shit, and you're talking about doing some permanent shit over some temporary shit, then
Mm-hmm.
we don't need to be friends. We don't need to be friends. Because if you're going to come out here a month or two later talking about you living your best life, I'm going to tell you to go fuck yourself
Oh my.
because I'm seriously tired. Because when you're a person that actually lost friends to suicide,
Mm-hmm.
it's not funny at that point. It's not, it's just not right. Oh, I asked all my Facebook friends to send me $1, and y'all gonna really let me starve myself and eat and not eat?
Are you
Y'all
gonna
don't
let
care
yourself
about me.
starve yourself to death? Are
I'm
you
like,
really gonna do
look,
that?
if you don't just make yourself some rice and ketchup and shut the fuck up.
Rice and ketchup. Jesus God Almighty. She said rice and ketchup. Who the heck? Now that's a struggle meal for your ass.
Look, I was the queen of struggle meals. Again, I was homeless. I had no money. I slept on park benches. Okay, I've lived that life, but I've never come out of my face and tell anybody I was going to hurt myself behind it because I was the reason why I was in that situation. So
Exactly.
why am I going to be mad at nobody at anybody? Everyone needs to start taking responsibility for the bad shit that goes on in their life. Stop blaming other people for the bad shit that's going on in your life. Unless you're a kid or you're a baby and your parents a jerk and they're harassing you, annoying you, or beating your ass, that's not your fault.
Right.
But as a grown ass adult, okay, if you have control of who you allow in your life, you got control of that.
Mm-hmm.
So if you allow a person to come into your life and they turn your life upside down on some dumb shit, that's your fault because you allowed that. You were too trusting. You didn't pay attention to the signs. But if a person says it's your fault, if you nothing changes in your lives, doors don't get closed and situations don't get resolved if you don't look at me first.
Yeah.
So everyone's in a
Yeah.
bad place. Everyone's in a bad position. You got a bad job. I hate my job. They don't pay enough. Okay, fuck you. And
And
so you're going to kill yourself because you can't pay your rent? Okay. Stop living beyond your means. You're in a fucking, you're struggling with a fucking $1,000 cell phone. So I can't feel that bad for you. You're on Facebook all day talking shit. You're not making money online. So don't be online. Like people just don't get it. I'm like, yo, life is too short. There's a lot of people that still wish that they were here. And I would guarantee they would trade places with you in a minute just so they can feel life.
mm-hmm.
You're going to feel life. Everyone feels life differently. But 9 times out of 10, if you are in a bad situation as a grown ass adult, that's why I said 9 out of 10, because it's only that 1% when it really is not their fault. You did something. You did not trust your gut instinct about people. You did not trust your gut instinct around situations. You ignored all the signs. You be mad at you. Take the situation for what it is. Get yourself out of it and learn the lesson so you don't put yourself in that shit again. Period. Period.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
I don't hold people's hands. I could never be a therapist. I would tell somebody real talk, real talk. Timmy, I heard this
Timmy.
story for you for a
Timmy.
fucking year, bro. You did this shit to yourself, bro. There's no meds that's gonna fix it. So you're gonna just have to accept it, say I fucked up, and fix it and move on. Timmy, have a nice life, Timmy. Here's your Medicaid card back, Timmy.
I'll send you the bill, Timmy.
Exactly.
That's nuts. But let's go to the next let's see. It's 8:33. Let's see. Do you want to do your wish fails and rants or
Let's do the wish fails.
all right. So, ladies and
Well, you
gentlemen,
said they weren't fails
yeah,
anymore. They're
they
more
weren't
like
fails. Yeah, yeah. It's
they're
more
like
like
what the F wish?
yeah, it's what I call what the hell wish. You know,
Hold on, let me
because
go into my. You're in Periscope, right?
yeah, Periscope, Twitter, I'm there.
Well, I ain't going on Facebook because every time I log on to
Oh no, I'm
Facebook,
not
my
on
fucking
Facebook.
DM.
Yeah, no, I'm not on
Oh,
Facebook. I'm on
oh, good.
Periscope.
F them.
Yeah, I'm on Periscope at 759. I'm also on YouTube at 759 space 434.
Yo, if I don't find out where the fuck this feedback is coming from, I'm gonna jump out the window.
You you've been you've been getting that. Wait, is that a drive-through
No.
window?
Oh no, no,
Oh.
no. I was logging onto Periscope and my volume was up on my other phone. No, I
Oh,
was saying like I think I bought a XLR cable, and it's
oh,
XLR to line input because my dad told me not to put it into the XLR female.
right,
So I said okay. So I plugged the XLR female into the preamp, and I have the line output
right.
going into the line in. And for some reason, there's just like a and I'm like, I hear it. I hear it.
I
No
thought
one else hears it.
you know what? I hear that too sometimes, and it's pretty much it came down to a bad XLR cable. I don't even use it
But
anymore.
then there was somebody else that said something about like ground, like there's like a ground thing you have to buy when you have like so many wires and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's supposed to, it's like I think they call it a ground lifter.
I will have up to four XLRs plugged in. It'll go from my interface to the. It'll go from the interface to my preamp, from my preamp to my auto tune box for artists that actually use the shit because I don't. Uh, and I'll have one, two, three, four, four wires, four XLR
Mm.
cables plugged together, and it's like, and it's just one that creates this high pitched. And I'm thinking it's my speakers. You can hear it in the mix. It's like, nah,
Yeah.
I
It's
can't.
like a low frequency buzz. And
Yeah,
an
yeah,
average
yeah.
person that does not like if they're not engineers and they don't know anything about like
Oh,
these
you'll
types of
hear it.
cables and shit,
Yeah, you'll hear it.
they're not gonna hear it. But we'll hear it.
It's
And it's
like a
gonna
dog whistle for us. Like, like I hear something. Damn it, what is it? You
yeah,
get your
Gino's like,
car
yeah, you're
fixed
hearing
too.
things.
Like, no, you
He's like,
get your
you're hearing things, babe. I'm
yeah.
like, I'm not hearing anything. I know what the fuck I hear. It's a buzzing noise.
Gino needs those engineer ears. He'll know. All right,
If it was
so
in a car, he'll hear it. I'll tell you that much.
leave that man alone. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, this is close to the end of the show where we introduce what used to be Wish Fails. Now it's called What the Heck Wish. Uh, yeah, here we go. Number one, you've got your expectation versus your reality. Okay, so somebody ordered a Jason mask. No, this is Michael Myers. Somebody ordered a Michael Myers mask off of Wish, and instead they got Michael's little brother. Uh it ain't what he ordered. The wig is a mess. The eyebrows. Yo, Michael Myers don't even have eyebrows. Who glued eyebrows on the guy? Lord Jesus. What the what the
That's the twin brother.
what twin?
He's the fraternal twin.
It must be, because ain't nothing identical about that at all. At all. He and Michael goes and little brother goes he. That's what
Yeah,
he.
that
Yeah,
shit look weird.
yeah. That would scare me more than an actual mask. Actually.
That looks like that looks like Timmy Turner. That don't look like Michael Myers.
Oh my gosh.
Timmy Turner, coming with the burner.
All right,
That's what that shit look like.
all right. So here, I'm going to assume it's for modeling purposes for those who make clothes and whatnot. But here, for a low price of whatever they advertise, you can build you a guy. Uh, he's got fists. He got hands. He's got. I don't know what those. I think those are calves. Those are thighs. You see what I say?
Even that mofo won't put the toilet seat down.
Like, where's your head, sir? Like, what are these? What are the two things on either side? Like, are they extra, like for thicker thighs, or what's the deal?
Why do people want to build people so bad?
I'm thinking this is more or less for like modeling, for clothes, or for like claymation or shit like that. I think I don't know. It didn't really give a good explanation, but I just saw this and was like, oh, build a Barbie, word. So
Yeah, that shit look creepy as fuck.
yeah, no thanks. And here's a
Why is his
review.
kneecaps like that?
Right? And here's a review. 5 stars, great quality. Super happy with this purchase. Would recommend, especially for the great price. Dog.
he's built real funny.
His abs, he don't even have a six pack. He got like a 2.5 pack. Oh my gosh, this is. He got a little extra joint, ball joints just in case. Yeah, he comes equipped, but he's got everything but a head and a
Like
penis.
most men.
Oh, yeah, well. Next. Next up, you can get from sizes extra small to extra large. Men, if you're a little scrawny and you trying to flex for the girls and you want them all up on your jock, you can get you some molding muscles, this fake ass t-shirt that you put on up under your clothes to give that appearance of having pecs and a six pack. So you go from flabby to fab. You know what I mean? From flab to fab. Get you some fake abs. Uh uh check them out. See, this is how people get shot around here. Like you don't. You just wait. I got the shit for you. You just wait.
Thank God I don't like. Thank God I don't like guys with muscles. I like my flabbiness. I like that.
Some muscles is fine. Like if you're skinny, but you're kind of muscular, that's fine. I mean,
I hate muscles. I hate muscles and six packs. If I can't sink into you, I'm good.
I'm not looking for like Lou Ferrigno playing the Hulk big or nothing, but you know,
Yeah, I like chunky.
yeah, chunky's. I mean, shit, I'm chunky. Like chunky's great. You know, more cuddle.
It's pleasant. It's pleasant. I like it.
It's a warm
I've always
feeling.
liked it.
But
Yeah.
this right here is like, who are you flexing for? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, he got the Justin Bieber stance.
Baby, baby, baby. All right, next. Now this one here. If you read the title of the description of this particular product, these are not men's health bracelets. Ladies and gentlemen, these look too damn small to be men's health bracelets, which could only tell you one thing. Now, they look like lifesavers in a very small aluminum packaging. I'm going to let you use your imagination, station head, as to what these are. All right, Minx, I'm waiting on her to see what I see here.
Hold on, I gotta turn my camera to the side to see that shit.
Yeah, you got to turn it to the side. They're that small. You got to
Yeah,
turn it
so
to the side. Yeah.
I gotta so it can enlarge the screen. Hold on, what is this?
And it comes in different colors. You got
Oh
pink,
my,
you got
oh my
blue,
gosh.
you got purple, you got black, you got clear.
I know
These
what those are for.
those are men's health bracelets. I'm going to start reading reviews. I'm going to start adding the reviews to some of these products.
Men's health bracelet. That's what they came up with. That's what they're running with.
That's what they running with.
Yeah, that ain't for. It's a bracelet, all right, but it ain't for your
It's
hand.
for your hand. Ha ha. Fellas, for some reason, and I don't know why you think you would need this, but this had a negative 92% rating. You can get you some ass and hip pads. I don't know why men would need hips, but you know, it's whatever. Excuse me. And yeah, this booty is popped.
Oh my God.
This right here, like station head, y'all really need to get a visual feed because this is hilarious. Uh, men
You
normally
got to be kidding me. How
men
he got a bigger ass than me?
right. How his hips more curvier than some of the girls that I do know. And men, why do you
And
feel you need
you
hip
see how he's
pads?
holding his. You see how he's holding his hips.
You know I'm sexy. Look at the embroidery around the waist.
No, they doing the most. They are
Yeah.
doing the most.
So men, if you want a little push in your tush, get you some butt pads and hip pads and just put the pants on. I want to see what that looks like with pants on.
Is that a negative 92%?
That is a negative 92%. You see it up there on the top left hand corner. Yeah, next week I'm putting in some reviews as well. I'm gonna read some reviews. All right. So this one here has a negative 89% rating, but once you see it, makes you'll understand why. These here are the brass mirror knife set. They come in a set of one, two, three, four, five. You gotta hurry up and order them because the supplies are almost gone. They're strong, tensile, and super wear resistant. But honey, if you see these knives, where you gonna
Oh my god.
what you gonna do with them? What you gonna do? Prick a
Someone
finger?
that thinks that they're someone that probably thinks that they're a ninja.
That's one of them knives that you use to initiate someone to the mafia. Like, let me prick your finger. That's about as small as that's gonna get.
Why would somebody buy that?
Is it a keychain? Like, I wouldn't even use that as a keychain. You see the little loop at the bottom of it? I wouldn't even use that as a keychain.
That ain't it. That ain't it, bro.
That, nope. That is a ultimate fail. But
Yeah, that won't even. Well, unless you're that lady that killed her husband with a nail clipper, that ain't gonna do nothing.
that might that now you might be onto something. You might be onto
I mean,
something.
for a woman, if she's walking home from the train in New York, and she want to hold something in her hand, and that could probably, you stick somebody in the eye with that, you're good. You're good. You can get away. But for men, nah, this
A little
this
stick,
is
stick, stick, and walk off.
that's a tragic. That's a travesty. That won't hurt a fly.
You might be able to slice somebody's Achilles tendon with that thing, but I don't know.
Yeah, if people are smart enough to even aim for there in the time of danger.
That's a paper cut at best. All right, so next slide. If you're into cosplay and or just being a plain friggity freak, we have here a black leather harness for you guys. That feel a little village boyish. Was it village men? This is a village boy right here on this picture. Uh, all he needs is a ball gag and a mask, and they had those too. I saw the mask. I didn't see the ball gag.
His
Yo,
abs don't match his arms.
you said the abs don't match the arms.
Yeah, it's just not proportioned right. This is photo. This has to be photoshopped.
You know, some of those pictures were. Yeah, some of those pictures were. But yeah, like I said, they got a whole section for your drug memorabilia. They got all types of stuff in there for you. So, ladies and gentlemen, those were your what the hell wish uh photos for today. Like I said, next week I will have more pictures plus reviews because I read some of them. See, I'm a fan of reading reviews before I buy anything. I'm reading reviews, negative and positive. If the positive outweigh the negative, 9 times out of 10, I might buy the product. But some of these reviews in here, I don't want to see a 5-star review for no quote unquote men's health bracelet. Oh my gosh, such great quality. Me and my husband, we ordered 5 more. Like, I don't need.
Some people pay for those reviews though.
Oh yeah, I'm like Amazon. I'm really convinced some of those reviews are paid for. I'm
Only
convinced.
time I left a review, like sometimes like if I order something on Amazon and they send me an email and they ask me what was my thoughts on it, I'd be like, yeah. I mean, if I'm gonna help somebody, but then people be following up with the most dumbest fucking questions ever. Can I put this in my bathtub? What do you mean?
If it has a plug, yeah, sure, go ahead,
An
try it.
electronic device. I bought headphones. I bought gaming headset. They asked me to write a review on it. So I said, yeah. I said, the headsets were nice. I mean, the only thing I don't like about them is that I think that there's an issue either with my remote from my Xbox or maybe the cable itself may be too long and it's hitting uh, something that's making my sound not come in or make my Siri go off when I plug it into my phone.
Mm-hmm.
And as somebody writes a question, he said, we figured we asked you this question, and the question was, can I use these headphones in the car? I was
No,
okay. Now you just now you just
you're just being
chase
dumb. Just dumb.
Amazon comments are hilarious. I love when people do video reviews too.
Oh
Those
yeah,
are hilarious.
yeah. Oh, speaking of Amazon and speaking of gaming headset, this is so damn coincidental. I decided to pull out my headset today, and the cord that goes into the controller is too damn small. The little TRS piece is too damn small because, of course, Xbox One gotta have a big gaping hole in the bottom of their controller. So now I have to buy another adapter piece, but that will be here in a couple of days.
Oh, you could just use regular headphones.
These have it's a USB end on it.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, was it Turtle Beach?
Mm.
Yeah, it's the part where you plug into the little preamp part, and then it's another part you plug from the preamp part to the controller. It's one of those deals. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Yes,
I
I know
had
what
to
you're
order
talking
another.
about now.
I had to order another part. Damn it! I was like, yeah, I
Yeah, I
get to
ain't buying
finally
no,
game and talk to
I
people.
ain't buying nothing else for this fucking Xbox. I'm done. It better be a gift.
See, I'm glad some of the games that I have are backwards compatible, even though it
Yeah,
doesn't
I mean
says
that's
it.
like the only thing I think, I would just like for it to be like, cross platform and, like cross platforming games and call it a day, you
You
know.
know, Xbox 360 had some Sega games on there, and I had downloaded Golden Axe 2 because that was my shit. Streets of Rage 1, 2, and 3, which I have on my 360. But you can't find them on the Xbox One, and I'm like, no, why not?
Yeah, they're messed up for that. They're very shady for that.
I mean,
But
I would love to have all types of classic games have tournaments. Like I said, I love pinball, so of course I got a ton of pinball games. And then I've got I showed you Tekken. I got Tekken 6. I got Mortal Kombat, of course. I just yeah, I've been adding more friends. Everybody's like, "Holy shit, you finally upgraded!" Like, all right, yeah, 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 relax.
yeah, and then nobody's ever online when you want to play.
Yeah, I had one random ass message. Do you just play 2K? I'm like, man, when I feel like it. I, I, I like playing RPGs. You know, I like RPGs. Those are nice. I like shooter games, but yeah, this right here is it's pretty nice.
Speaking of games, I just want to say something to our Facebook friends. Anyone that tunes in from Facebook to Periscope. I hate with a passion
Uh oh.
when
Is this
people.
your rant?
Yeah, this is going to be my rant for tonight.
Uh oh.
I hate when people try to make themselves sound like they have a life and they're so good and they're so cool because they don't play Facebook games. And the way that I look at it is this: when you say shit like, "Oh, I would appreciate it if you guys stopped sending me game requests." Well, my question is, why the fuck did you even start playing that game? You started a game, you didn't want to finish it, you didn't disable your notifications. That's your L. So don't sit there and bother people and try to make us feel like shit, inboxing us like, "Hey, could you do me a favor? Could you stop sending me game requests?" Like we all sit there out of
Wow.
5,000 fucking friends and say, "I'm going to send you a game request. I'm
Specifically.
going to send it to you." That's not how these games are designed, and you know it.
Right.
When they say, "Oh, tell your friends, show this, show that," but you played it at some point. So don't try to make it say, "I have a," this one guy says, "It's a shame how you have grown ass adults on here that want to play games." But you wouldn't have gotten a request if you didn't play that game.
Ah.
So you're just as immature as us motherfuckers. We just want to play with our friends, Scrabble, words with friends, whatever the fuck it is.
That's my
We
shit.
have friends and family that, they don't like to play the Xbox. They don't like to play the PlayStation. They rather play word games and games like Thug Life that y'all can't stand. So I really think that you need to just follow these steps. You go into your settings, you scroll down to settings, and then you click a little button that says Game Center. When you click that, and it opens, it will give you an option to unfollow the games that you started. So stop trying to shit on us and rain in our parade. We're just trying to have fun. Some of us have like and never ending competitions. I have friends that I don't fuck with like that, but I'm like, yo, you ready to get it in with some words of friends? You ready? I'm ready. I'm ready to play some Scrabble. You good?
Yeah, right. Ready to
Stop
get your
calling
ass
us
beat.
immature. Exactly. Stop calling us immature.
Okay,
Scrabble
you
is
don't
not
play
immature.
games. Okay, great, but you don't have to sit here and belittle the rest of us who do.
Yeah. And people that are making millions of dollars playing fucking video games. Okay?
You know
So if
what?
you
You
don't
know what? I'm jealous of those people because we were those people back in the 90s. We were those kids that moms and dads say, well, if you spend more time on your homework than you did on those video games, look right now. They don't even have to do homework. F homework. They're making money. They don't have to go to school ever again. They could just make money
see
playing
I
video
would I
games.
would I would say this, dear Twitch,
Dear Twitch.
I have a good commercial pitch for you, and I'm trademarking this. I see like a old like commercial, like let's say a kid that's laying down and he's playing the games, and his dad walks in and says, "Dad, can you watch me play? Oh, not right now, son. I have to go and pay some bills." So then he becomes a teenager, and his mom is getting ready to get the laundry off the floor. And, hey, mom, you want to watch me play? And she says, "Oh no, honey, I got to do some laundry." And then now he's an adult in a fucking like mansion chilling, and now everybody's watching him play.
Yeah, no. Keep that same energy. Keep not watching me. Fuck.
Exactly. And I will have like some cute little slogan that says, you know, now you can watch me play or some shit like that. Like, I really thought
For
about this. So yeah,
years.
Twitch,
Yeah, for years.
Twitch, what's goody? I got a good commercial for you guys. Hit up Minx Couture, my manager. He'll help you out.
Oh,
Now watch
Jesus.
them come out. There'll be a commercial just like that around fucking Super Bowl season, and, people go like, "Minx, Minx, they did it again. The son of a bitches did it again." I'll be like, "Well, it is what it is.
Okay, so Ross,
This is a
you know
recorded
what? No, no,
show."
no, 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 no. See. Well, yeah, I mean, you probably should have some type of intellectual, property rights because you did say it prior to, and you can prove it. You have receipts.
Yeah, we have the recording, but I'm still gonna pitch it to them anyway. I'm still gonna send them an email and say, "Hey, look, I have a concept for you guys." But yeah, that's what I would do. I would totally do that because that's what it was for us. We played games. We would ask our friends to watch us play,
Yeah.
and they would say yeah, I'll watch you play, and then hey, let me get a stab at it. And now you got all these kids and adults that quit their jobs, and you'll never be anything because all you do is play that fucking video game all day. And then you become a fucking millionaire playing video games all day.
With all the clout, with all this, with everything.
All ads. Look at was it PewDiePie?
Yeah.
That mofo, he don't have to do nothing, and he didn't even start playing video games. He just sat and stared at the camera, trying to build a hot dog truck.
Wait, huh?
Him and his girlfriend. Yeah, he wasn't a gamer. All he did was go on YouTube and just sat on the lives. That's all he did.
Well, he went on YouTube not too long ago to announce that he was leaving. I didn't watch the whole thing, but of course, everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, he's leaving YouTube! I can't believe it. I was with him since the beginning." Okay, and
Yeah, because you know what? When money talks, people walk.
all day,
So
all
I'm
day
like,
long.
if you ain't gonna sit there and fucking restrict kids from watching my channel, motherfucker. I'm gonna go somewhere else.
Facts.
That's exactly why he left. He left because there was too many changes and restrictions of what you can and cannot do on this app.
Mm.
So at the end of the day, these apps are just hurting themselves because I mean, just leave shit the way that it is. Like if you're gonna make advancements, fix the problems that people are fucking complaining about, and then they'll stay. Don't
Right.
fucking add shit that's gonna take more bandwidth and more shit that's gonna make the app or the website more laggy because you just want to bring value. Oh, we want investors. Like, look at Snapchat. Snapchat is trash. All it is ads. I call it ad chat. That's all it is.
Head chat. I don't even have a
That's all it
Snapchat. I
is.
don't even do anything Snapchat worthy.
Like, why the fuck would fucking Bad Baby, right? They gave her a reality show on Snapchat.
What?
So who the fuck is sitting there watching a 1 hour uh snap? So I was
Why
like, oh, so
her?
that's what y'all doing?
How
That's
she
what y'all do?
how she finesse that?
Because she does makeup. She does the makeup shit.
Oh, of course she does.
So
Everybody does makeup now.
because she's quote unquote a beauty influencer,
Who?
because I think I bad baby, um, she's a beauty influencer. So it was between her and Black China, and Black China got onto a different app for her show. So it's like nowadays, that's why when I started the wave, and I said to my cousin, I told him, I said, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna start this shit and watch everybody fall suit. I said I was starting a series, and I did my vlogs on Instagram TV, right?
Uh huh.
Next thing I know, all of these reality shows and shit are releasing reality shows on IGTV. So again, every thought that I have seems to manifest. And some people are like, maybe you shouldn't talk about it. I said, this idea,
Yeah.
I
Right.
didn't tell nobody. I didn't tell a soul. I just uploaded my shit and I said it was an IGTV series. And then a week later, after that, mysteriously, these reality show people said, we are going to start putting reality shows on Instagram TV. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Mind blown. Like we've been doing
Yeah,
that.
well,
Like hush. But anyway, stop stealing her
facts.
intellectual property. Damn it.
You know what? I live on forever at that point. Just make sure my kids eat. That's it.
Yeah, that's right. Well,
Make sure the little ones eat and my nephews. Make sure they eat too. I don't care about, I ain't trying to get rich off of my ideas like that. Just make sure my next generation
I
is
would love
straight.
to get rich off of my ideas.
Oh, there is. There's a website for that. There's a website for that,
What's
actually.
what's that commercial? If they still put it on there with George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a patent? Call my friends and invent help.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Step up to the plate and knock out the competition. George, sit your pension. You know what? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we gotta conclude the show tonight. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for listening. Once again, at 10 o'clock, please tune in to minxradio.com for the Minx Show podcast. Cause my girl be little.
Where I will be interviewing female rapper Lulu Baby.
Lulu baby. And also get your music on these playlists, the gas or trash playlist, and also the Station Head playlist. Get those track requests here on Station Head Live. Earn a few coins if you know what I mean. Let's see. I'm not gonna do too much of a playlist tonight because I need to go ahead and take some cold medicine before this turns into a whole death. Yeah.
Seems like Fridays I don't fucking do sounds no more, and I think it's just because I'm like doing my face and shit.
Yeah, so I'm going to play one or two tracks tonight. I'm gonna play "Queen and Me" by my homegirl Nefertiti. I hate this thing. I scrolled it and it's like, oh nope, made you look. Up now, I don't see it. You know what? Fudge it. I'm gonna play "Melissa Soldier" by my homegirl. God dang it! Stop it. Yo, Station Head. If you are listening, please fix this dog on rotation scrolling thing. This is killing me. All right, so once again, I'm gonna try this one more time. I'm gonna play "Queen and Me" by my homegirl Nefertiti. Please go stream her new album. Queen Mother is out right now. It's just been released a few days ago. It's some dope shit for the blackity black in you. Go ahead and get that. And also, I'm gonna play Tag Addicts. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off my live stream because I do not want to keep getting flagged because y'all a bunch of haters. So I'm gonna throw the deuces at you guys.